you'll be like, damn, did not expect it from this cover. That was my reaction when I read The Spice. I was like, this is such an innocent cover. Don't be fooled, guys. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Mishka. So for today's video, I thought this would be the first of many book recommendations that I'm going to give you guys. So today's video is basically going to be a starter guide to reading romance. So if you want to jump into romance and you don't know where to start, this is the video for you. So without further ado, let us just get into the video. But before you move on, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Let's get straight into the book recs. So with every book rec, I'm going to try and give the tropes as well as, you know, if there's spice and smut or no smut, all of those goodies, and then try to explain a little bit about them. So let's just get straight into it. The first book is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. This is part of the Rome series. The second book is called Practice Makes Perfect, and then the third book, Beg, Borrow and Steal, will be out, I think, next year. This book is extremely good for someone that's just jumping into reading romance. There's no like spice, it's very much closed door. And the romance in all of Sarah's books, because they are all closed door, just pure romance, and the attraction between the two characters are so good. It is an easy read. And if you can tell by my tabs, I ate this book up. The writing is superb. Definitely recommend. It is pop star meets like Grumpy Baker. So it's kind of Grumpy meets Sunshine. It's forced proximity, small town. If you like watch Gilmore Girls, you will love Rome, Kentucky. So good. But yeah, this is one of the first recs that I will give anyone if they're like, give me a romance book rec, like I don't know what to read. Sarah Adams, she is just a superb writer. I have some of her other books, but I haven't read any of them yet except for the Rome series, but highly recommend this book. So good. The next book, it is my favorite book of all time. Oh my gosh, whenever I think about it, I'm like, I'm gonna start crying because it takes me back to the time 1 a.m. laying in my bed crying, sobbing my eyes out because I was finishing this book. So underrated, so good. None other than The Simple Wow by Kate Tucker. Oh my gosh. This follows Calla. Calla's mom was living in Alaska. She fell pregnant with her, and Calla's dad lives in Alaska. He's a pilot there. He didn't want to leave, you know. And in this book, the town where they live in is literally in the middle of nowhere, Alaska. So her mom leaves, and Calla then gets a phone call. She lost contact with her dad. She gets a phone call saying he's sick, and she's like, okay, fine, I'm going to go visit him. She falls in love with Jonah, the grumpy bush pilot. Guys, this book is so good. I don't even have words. There is romance. It's closed door spice. There's not much spice in this book. In the two other books, there is a bit. But this book is so beautiful because it takes you on the journey of Calla reconnecting with her father. And then there's the heartache of the fact that her father might die. Then she's falling in love with Jonah. Then she's realizing how special this town is that she thought was just keeping her dad away from her the whole time. She falls in love with the community. She helps her dad with the pilot business. It is truly an exceptional read. If there's one recommendation you take from me, I always tell people this. If there's one recommendation you take from me, let it be Kate Tucker. She's literally one of my favorite authors also. Like, it is so good. The next book, let me just take a moment to cause this book, it's a movie guys. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's a movie. you know those movies where the girl or the guy is sick and they fall in love in their sickness, and then you're like, what's gonna happen because one of you are dying or one of you are sick? They always get me. And this book is literally no different. Everything by Nicola Yoon. This is my favorite YA book ever. YA, straight to the point, no spice. There is literally like drawings in it by Nicola's husband. It is brilliant. The movie's brilliant. I recommend you read the book before you watch the movie. I watched the movie before I read the book. I watched the movie I think 10 times. I know the lines out of my head. I love this. If you are looking for a YA romance with no spice, they fall in love, there's adventure, there is heartbreak, there's finding yourself, highly recommend you check out everything by Nicola Yoon. The next book is actually one of my most recent reads, but it's so good. It's literally a book that I will say, if that's what you're looking for, read this. And the book is Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. If you are looking for a second chance, friends to lovers, there you go. That too happened to be my favorite tropes. So I ate this book up. Fantastic. If you want a man that is head over heels for years, since he was a teenager, so good. I would say it's YA to new adult, but only because the book goes back and forth. So back then they are teenagers and now they are like adults. There isn't, would I say there's spice? There is spice. I would give it probably like 20% at best. There's not a lot, but you will know it's there. When you read those lines, you'll be like, damn, did not expect it from this cover. That was my reaction when I read the spice. I was like, this is such an innocent cover. Don't be fooled, guys. But it's such a good romance book to pick up if you just want a feel-good book, a book that has an happily ever after, a book that takes you on a journey of them being, you know, kids and falling in love, and then the now. So good. Highly recommend. This is the only book I've read by Christina Lauren. I've heard nothing but good things about their books, so I want to pick up more. But yeah, Love in Other Words, highly recommend. Next, I have a book deck that I don't own the book. I read it on my Kindle, and it is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This is the most beautifully written book I have ever read. Beautiful. It was indie published. It got picked up. So it should be all over the world now. Go and read it, please. Accidental pregnancy trope, forced proximity. He is literally head over heels. He takes care of her. And they both have disabilities, like disability rep. It's so flippin' good. I cried, I giggled, I laughed. Warning, it is spicy. Like, it's not closed door. There is explicit, you know, content. So please be wary. But that doesn't take away from the book at all. It is so good. So basically, Win and Bo, they have a one-night stand. And then she ends up being pregnant. And Bo is just like, I want to be there. And the biggest thing is that Bo, I think, had cancer. And so he was like, I never thought I could have a kid in my whole life. So he's there. He's there. He's ready 24/7. And Win is just like, what is going on? They fall head over heels. And also, Mr. Bo is tall. Like, he's literally a gentle giant. So beautiful. It's literally so beautiful. All of Hannah's books, but this one specifically, if you just want to get into a book that is heartfelt, romantic, has all the feels, definitely recommend Out on a Limb. The Last Read is actually one of the first like spicy books that I've read, and let me tell you, I still think about this book to this day. I still think about it. So now we're at the point where the books are spicy, guys. If you want to get into romance and you want a book with spice, this is what you're going to pick up. It Happened One Summer by Miss Tessa Bailey. This man, Brendan. Wow. So good. Grumpy meets sunshine, small town, forced proximity. So good. Basically, Piper is a rich kid, and then she finds out that her dad and her mom broke up. Her dad owned this small little bar in Westport, but the dad is dead. And her stepdad is like, I'm not giving you any more money, because she's kind of a rebel. He's like, go fix up your father's bar. She ends up in Westport. Brendan's like, who is this chick? Why is she in my town? But from the beginning, Brendan just kind of helps her without even without Piper even knowing it. Brendan is very much the helper in the community. And then Brendan, they start falling with each other, because it is Grumpy meets Sunshine, and I wouldn't say it's enemies to lovers, but they do test each other's boundaries. They test each other until it explodes. My man, yeah, he's a fisherman. I'd never in my life did I think I would say that I'm attracted to a fictional fisherman man. But here I am. Brendan made it to actually number 1 at some point on my book boyfriend list. That's how good this book is. So spicy. And Tessa Bailey's books are all spicy. It's also a rom-com. You will be giggling. All of her books are rom-coms. You will be laughing, giggling, cackling. So good. That is a warning. If you want to start with a Tessa Bailey book also, would recommend this. But if you want a feel-good rom-com, spicy, small town, Grumpy meets Sunshine, this is really your guy. I promise you, you won't regret it. And that's it. If you have read any of these books, let me know in the comments. And if you want any more book recommendations, like based on tropes or whatever, let me know and I will gladly make them. Please go and check these out. I promise you, you won't regret it. You will actually fall in love with romance and you will thank me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.